So here I have the camera system. I like to do a preliminary setup before actually installing it, just to see how everything works, see if I like the settings, see how just the whole thing functions before officially installing it into my car. So here you have the main camera, and it has this little suction cup that you can adjust when you're putting it onto the windshield. You do have the charging cable. This goes into the carport. It does not have a USB or USB-C type of connection. You need to have one of these kind of old school car chargers. Some cars don't have that, so just make sure you know that. And it doesn't seem like you can just use any adapter that fits into this. They do want you to use the one that comes with it. So it has a USB-C connection, but that doesn't mean that you can just put a USB-C to USB-C in your car or something. It has to be the one, according to their instructions, you have to use the one that they give you. So there's that, just in case that your car does not have one of these kind of old school car chargers. Or maybe you have a car charger, but it's, inside of a, the compartment of your car or something. It's not readily accessible, just something to keep in mind. And then it does have a wire that connects to the rear view. So you're going to connect this to your actual rear windshield. And then the wires feed all the way up into the main windshield, and then that gets powered up. I'm glad I did this preliminary setup just so I can take a look at the settings and everything, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too happy with the way that this camera functions. I did get the app. That's pretty necessary. And it seems like you can, just from the way that it functions, that you can't look at the camera on here and on the app at the same time, which I thought was kind of weird. So if you ever want to access what's going on in your camera, you have to first turn off this camera by selecting Wi-Fi settings or something like that. And then you're able to access the recordings and get into the camera on the app. And then if for whatever reason you want to go back to the viewing your cameras on here, it will kick you out of the app. I thought that was kind of weird. I've set up cameras before, security cameras, and things like that. I've never seen that function. I don't know, I just didn't really like that. And then when it comes to the actual, mechanics itself, it's a little weird. I got into this screen and it doesn't really get me out very easily. You do have 5 buttons, and they mean different things depending on what screen you're on. So in order to get to the menu screen, there is this M menu screen, but you're not able to always access it. First, you have to be on standby mode. I guess they have the 3 different modes: video recording, photo taking, or standby. And you're not really able to get into menu without being on standby. So you have to kind of mess around with the OK button and things like that. It's a little weird. It's not very intuitive. I'm not a huge fan of how it works. And I'm probably going to return it. The best thing about this camera is the price. I only paid like $30 for it. But I'm probably going to go for one of the higher end ones, just to take a look at and see how those ones are, because I'm probably not going to keep this.
Pues si me va a ir, que así todo el mundo para
দেখে যাচ্ছে সকালে বেশি বিকাল বেলা বেশি হয়েছে এই যে এখানে
যেটা অফার দিচ্ছে ওটা